The laughter broke the silence like a slap in the cold. That it came from a tight circle of men in desert camo, shoulders broad, patches heavy with rank and history. Their rifles gleamed in the sun, sleek, expensive, engineered perfection. But their eyes weren't on their own weapons. They were locked on her. She stood alone, quiet, thin as a shadow beneath the scorching Nevada sky. Her gear looked mismatched, her rifle older than the rest, its paint chipped, its body worn like a veteran's. Hands. One seal nudged another, smirking. She brought that? Might as well toss a rock. She didn't flinch. She adjusted the strap on her pack, steady hands betraying none of what her heart remembered. She had been here before, not in Nevada, but in places that smelled like blood, dust, and diesel. Places where silence meant survival, and laughter was reserved for the moments between gunfire and grief. They didn't know her story. Not yet. Her name was Arden Brooks. 34. No rank insignia on her collar now, no name tag, just dust and sunblock on her cheekbones and silence in her step. She had spent 13 years in the shadows of operations no one ever talked about. One tour blurred into the next: Kandahar, Mosul, Marja. The names were stitched into the inside of her memory, not her uniform. She didn't come from wealth. Her father was a mechanic. Her mother cleaned VA clinics on weekends. She had learned to fix rifles before she could drive. The one in her hands now, this so-called cheap rifle, wasn't just her weapon. It was a part of her, custom built. Every bolt, every adjustment, made by her own hands. Paid for not with money, but with years. Years of watching friends go home in silence. Years of being told she was lucky to survive. Lucky. As if survival was something you stumbled into. All right, the range officer called, clipboard in hand. 2-mile target. Anyone want to try for fun? The SEALs chuckled. What's the point? One said, no one here's made that shot. Arden stepped forward. They turned. Seriously? One muttered. Another whispered. Let her have her moment. We could use the laugh. She didn't respond. Didn't need to. She knelt, slow and fluid. Laid her old rifle gently across the sandbag. Adjusted her scope, her breath shallow. The wind curled around her neck like a question. Her finger found the trigger. She exhaled. And then, silence. They waited for the crack of the bullet, for the impossibility of the shot to settle into failure. Seconds passed. Then, the faintest flicker from 2 miles out. A puff of dust. A clang of steel echoing through the still air. The SEALs stopped laughing. She didn't smile. She didn't gloat. She simply stood, brushed the sand from her pants, and walked past them like fog rolling through a field. Calm, quiet, untouchable. Point. One of the men swallowed hard, eyes locked on the horizon. Who is she? The range officer glanced at his clipboard, then up at Arden's back. Retired. 18 confirmed. But she doesn't talk about it. Later, they gathered around the target drone 2 miles out. The bullet had struck dead center, between the eyes of a painted silhouette that in a wind adjustment tool. No spotter. Just instinct. Just memory. Just heard out. A week later, someone posted the video. The moment the so-called cheap rifle shut down a room of elite marksmen. The caption read, she didn't speak once, but she said everything. It went viral, not because of the shot, but because of the silence. She didn't come to prove herself. She came to remind them. Some warriors wear scars you'll never see, and fire from a stillness you'll never understand. They didn't laugh again when she returned the next week. They stood when she walked past, not because of the shot, but because of what it meant, that honor isn't loud, that precision doesn't need praise, and that the most dangerous person in the room is often the one who says nothing. If this story moved you, share it. Tell us where you're watching from. And if you believe in quiet strength, subscribe for more stories that honor those who carry the weight of the world without asking for applause.